Peace and welcome to Earth Crowns. My name is Izayaa, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on this crown that I had created and posted up on the Earth Crowns page on Facebook, and which I entitled Flower Blossoms. And Flower Blossoms is a crown that is attempting to capture the an aspect of spring, right? Spring brings with it renewal. It brings with it life springing up again, or at least obvious life. And spring is also a time where in nature reproduction actually happens. And as I just recently learned, flowers are actually a part of the reproductive organ of a plant. So something so beautiful as a plant, as a flower, having to do with the reproduction of the particular species of plant is just amazing. And so, it made me think a lot about, because I always see the correlation between women and flowers. I feel like we're so similar to flowers. I mean, we're talking about, right, we're all beautiful in our own unique way, right? We come in different shades. And this is particularly coming from a background where it's, considered so-called multi-ethnic. With what I say is with the backbone of it being just plain black. So, with this, we have different fragrances, different structures. And so that's kind of I view women. We are all these different flowers, and we're unique and beautiful, and we smell a particular way that is only unique to us. And scientists really call that like your pheromonal smell is supposed to be. Hey, I find that very interesting. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I'm gonna be using for this crown. So basically what I have on right now is a yellow headband. When I first did the crown, I used yellow. I love yellow. It's one of my favorite colors, and it reminds me of spring, obviously. And but the more I thought about it, because of the scarves that I'm using, which I'll show you in a minute, I was like, you could use like a lilac, a light purple, you can use a light orange. So it all depends, even a peach or a beige. Or you can, instead of using a headband, you can actually use an additional scarf which would add volume to your overall crown. But for this, I'm using the yellow headband because, again, right, the velvet, this comes with a velvet headband attached, which prevents the crown from pulling backwards and everything. So with this, right, there's a Velcro here in the back though, which I explained in another video, which it's very dangerous to the scarves. It can actually deteriorate them. It's so I use it as a protective mechanism, and I like to use just different colors to add. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using this purple rectangular scarf. I'm also gonna be using this orange, dark orange rectangular scarf, and the star of the crown is this rectangular scarf, and you can see all the beautiful different flowers on it. So that'll be the star. Okay, so what I want to do now is I actually want to start, and I'm going to start with the purple scarf. So here you have it. I am going to fold this in half. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm gonna place it here. Now, the more we go through this tutorial, the more that the yellow headband will disappear. When I first made this, I did it with the intention of maybe showing some yellow, but then I was like, I don't really need the yellow. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna see if the ends match, basically if they're the same length, and they are. For this tutorial, you don't need one end to be, bigger than the other or anything like that. So I'm just tying it in the back. Okay, I'm gonna tie it, and I'm keeping, it's your right, my left, I'm keeping this tail, and this tail is going to go around. Yes, and there's my daughter. adding on her 2 cents. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back, okay, to make this neat. All right, now I'm doing the same thing with this orange scarf, okay, and folding it in half and placing it. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure that the ends match. Just move this a little bit here. A little bit more. And they're fine now. Okay, so I'm just gonna move it back. And I'm going to tie it in the back again. And just bring it back. All right, and when you move it back, what you're actually doing is creating more volume here in the back for the actual scarf. So I'm gonna bring this one up, which is also creating additional volume, and I'm gonna tuck it in the back there. Okay, so now I have these 2 tails, which I'll be using later, okay? And now I'm bringing in the big scarf. And I am going to fold this scarf about like 1/3 of the way, I would say. And I'm gonna go bring it, okay, and I'm going to place it at about here, maybe even a bit further, about there, okay, and I'm gonna see that the scarf is perfectly aligned. And just like in the Aztlan crown, right, I'm going to not tie it in the back. I am going to just simply crisscross it, and I am going to bring up the tails and basically just spread them around to the best of my ability. And bring the other tail up. Let's see here. Okay, I'm trying to look for where the opening is, right? Because that helps me bring it up. And continuing to open it up. Okay, so at this point, what I'm gonna do is just check the back. Okay, I have my, and even if there's like discrepancies in the wrap, okay, I'm gonna check. And see there, I'm gonna bring that in. And this as well. Okay, and the goal is to just tuck everything in. Okay, that is the goal, tucking everything in to make one uniform scarf. And I mean, it looks pretty good in the back. Okay, and it looks pretty good in the front as well. What I'll do now is just kind of move this purple more down here, so you see less than the yellow. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I have the 2 tails, so I am going to bring up the purple at an angle, right? And I'm going to insert it inside the wrap, okay? So again, right, wrapping is very, very mathematical. So I'm here placing it at an angle, and I'm going to do the same thing with the orange tail, right? Right next to the purple tail. And I am tucking it in again. Okay, so, and then you can play around with it, right? You can move the purple more up if you want, right? You can move the orange more. You can make it more narrower. You can make it thicker, you know, however you want. And then I'm moving more up because I want to show off more of these pretty flowers in the scarf. So I'm moving it more like this. Okay. All right. And basically what comes next is I am going to put on these earrings, which I got on 125th Street here in New York City. Amazing earrings from the African brothers that stand there and sell the incense. You know, they sell the shea butter, and obviously I'm just naming the most popular product, you know, that mainstream will know about, but they also sell a number of other amazing items. So, you know, I got these purple earrings, which go totally well with the wrap. And, you know, continue tucking in to make sure that the wrap comes out great. Okay, I'm even gonna pull a little bit more in there and move the purple back. So now I'm going to just turn around. You know, there you have it. I'm gonna turn around and show you the end result, and hopefully the back is good. I'm not too sure, but... And I guess I got my daughter's approval, as you can hear. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.